So in unit 1, students will be, it's a theoretical unit wherein we'll be studying, understanding the meaning of investment. Then we'll be differentiating between investment, speculation and gambling. Then we are studying the various financial market instruments available, like, we'll be studying about primary market, then we'll be studying about secondary market. Then even we'll be understanding about index. Like in India, we have two popular index, that is BSE. I am telling you from first semester in terms of market capitalization. Please remember when I say market capitalization is equal to number of shares present in the secondary market multiplied by the current market price. For example, if I want to calculate the current, the market capitalization of Infosys, then what you have to do is number of shares of Infosys which is present in the secondary market multiplied by the current market price of Infosys. When I say CMP, please remember this. It is current market price. And students, one more thing I want to tell you, whenever I am dealing with this particular subject, I'll be telling you some of the short forms which normally the traders or the brokers will be using. That is CMP, current market price, LTP, last traded price. Okay, so kindly note it down if possible. I think someone is still waiting, so let me admit all. Kedar Sawant, Steven, you should be on time. I am admitting today, but tomorrow onwards, 9:55 AM, we should enter. So as of now, 56 students have joined the session. Okay. Now first we'll understand the meaning of investment. Can anyone tell what is the meaning of investment from the layman's point of view? Any student, you can speak, you can interact with me. Yes, Shreyans. So what is the meaning? Yeah, please tell me, who is this?
Mr. Padmaja.
Yeah, Padmaja, you can speak. Please tell.
So investment means putting money in something that which we could earn from that. We could earn return from that.
You can earn return from that. Okay. Now let me explain you with an example. Say you consider my own example. I am getting, say, for 10,000 every month as a salary, or from the business income. Okay. So what is per annum? How much I am getting? It is 10,000 multiplied by 12. 1,20,000. This is my total earning. Correct, students? My total earning is 1,20,000. And my every month expenditure will be there. I need to remove 60% of that. So every month if I remove 6,000, my total saving is how much? 4,000 rupees. Right? So 4,000 multiplied by 12, that is 48,000 is my yearly saving. Please understand, students. 48,000 is my saving. So if I just keep on saving the amount, will it give me any returns for that? Absolutely no. So as Padmaja mentioned, so whatever we save, so we have to invest in some financial instrument. Correct, all of you? So we have to invest in some financial instrument so that we can get some returns from our savings. Okay, all of you? So investment. So what we technically say, an activity that commits funds in any financial or physical form in the present with an expectation of receiving additional return in the future. Now, why one should invest? So this is my next question to all of you. Why I should invest? To get returns? Any other reason is there why I should invest? You can interact, students, nothing to hesitate.
To future purpose.
Nisarg.
Future, sir.
To future purpose, sir.
Future purpose, to get some returns in the future.
Yes, sir.
Okay, students, one request. The moment you give an Okay, the moment you give an answer, after your voice, you can mute your audio, okay? So Nisarg told, sir, for our future purpose, to get some good returns. So what I'll say is, in order to beat the inflation, correct, right? So inflation every day is increasing, it is not decreasing. Say, for example, in the layman's point of view, if I explain, the gold prices, what was there in 1995 and what is there today? Right? So it had got 56,000 for 10 gram students. So probably when you come to the 30, at the age of 30, you cannot imagine the rate of inflation in which it is growing. So what we have to do is, whatever amount we are saving, so we have to invest in a financial instrument which will beat the inflation. It is very, very important. Okay, students? Now, after understanding the thorough meaning of investment, now we will understand the difference between investment and speculation. See, there are various parameters what I have given here. I will explain each one of them. Investment, as you people have mentioned to me, why one should invest? In order to get the returns, in order to beat the inflation, future financial planning, and then retirement planning. Then whenever I want some surplus amount for my medical emergency, I require some funds for that. So I invest in some decent financial instrument. And please remember, students, I'm telling you in double inverted commas, the term investment should be for more than 10 years. Then only you will get some solid returns. Investment, you invest in a financial instrument and keep it for next 10 years, especially for equity market and equity market related instruments. You will get very good returns. Whereas speculation, students, as the name only suggests speculation, you are speculating with the price. It is for short-term basis, whereas investment is for long-term basis. Please understand the basic difference here. Investment is for long-term basis, that is for more than 10 years. You invest in a good share and then keep it for 10 years. Whereas speculation, what I do intraday trading. Please understand here one more time, I'm telling intraday. Intraday means what? I buy today, I speculate with the price, and I sell today. So that is called as speculating with the prices, intraday. So it is for short term or long term. Yes, anybody? Speculation is for long term or short term?
Sir, short term.
Very good. Speculation
Short
is for
term, sir.
very good, very good. So students are understanding now. So when I say speculation is for short term, then what about the risk involved in speculation?
Risk is low.
No. When you are actually doing speculation with the price, I buy today thinking that, okay, please mute your audio. I will explain you. When I buy today thinking that the price will go up, if the price comes down, correct, no? So the risk is high when it comes to speculation, whereas the risk is low compared to investment. Investment, the risk will be low, whereas speculation, the risk will be high. Okay. Next, length of commitment. Students, I am explaining you the third point here, length of commitment. See, the length in investment is, as I mentioned to you, it will be 10 years and above. It is high. Whereas in case of speculation, it is for 1 day or for 1 month. Intraday or very short term. I speculate with the price. See, one example I want to give you. In 2008, again I'm repeating the same example. In 2008, there was a company called as Page Industries. If I would have invested 100, if I had bought 100 shares of Page Industries at 2008, kindly mute your audio, Virat Jain, please mute your audio. Okay. So in 2008, if I had purchased 100 shares of Page Industries at, it was trading at 300 rupee. Today per share, it is somewhere around, 20,000 rupee per share. So that is investment. Whereas speculation was what? A very short-term trading. So the length of commitment, the third point, the length of commitment, it is 10 years and above. That is very lengthy commitment in case of investment and very short in case of speculation. Then very important, students, the source of income. See, what I told you, source of income, I use my funds in case of investment, whereas I use borrowed funds in case of speculation. Okay, and the risk appetite. Risk appetite involved in investment will be less or low to moderate, whereas in case of speculation, it will be very high. Okay, that is, someone is again willing to join. Kavita, you should be on time, ma. Please be on time. Okay. Next, last, stability of income. Can anyone say stability of income in investment and speculation, which is good if I want, a stabilized income? Investment and investment, the stability of income is good, but not in case of speculation. Correct? No? Why? Because when I invest in a financial instrument, please remember, students, the first thing is capital appreciation. I invest 10,000 in a stock and it goes to 20,000. That means the profit or the income what I'm getting is 10,000. That is capital appreciation income. Okay. And the second one is I'll be receiving the dividends from the company. Okay. Whereas in case of speculation, the stability of income might not be there. Why? Because what I'm doing here, in case of speculation, I'm speculating with the price and it is for very short term. Okay. Now, see, students, you can mark this as important questions also. They'll be normally asking you the difference between investment and speculation and investment and gambling. Gambling, see, very good example of gambling is what you are predicting, right? For example, a dice, you are putting a dice. So if someone is gambling, okay, it will come as 6, I'll pay you 10,000 rupees. So the probability of winning or losing is very, very high in case of gambling compared to investment. Correct? So gambling is concerned, the risk will be too high. Please understand, I'm explaining you once again. Gambling is concerned, the risk involved is too high because you are taking a chance over there. It is not in the case of investment. Okay. So creation of risk. Gambling is concerned, you are creating risk. Expected return in investment, it will be, you will be getting a very decent returns because your time horizon will be for more than 10 years, whereas in gambling, you can get huge profit, whereas you can incur huge losses. The chance, right? See, I'll explain you. A gamble is usually a very short-term investment in a game or chance. Gambling is different from speculation and investment. The time horizon involved in gambling is shorter than speculation and investment. The results are determined by the roll of dice or the turn of a card. For example, your IPL betting. So the people over there will be taking a huge, chance, probability. So they'll be putting huge betting amount over there. So they're exposed to huge losses, whereas it is not in case of investment. And remember, investment, I'm using my own funds, whereas gambling, I'll be using either my funds or borrowed funds. Secondly, people gamble as a way to entertain themselves. Earning incomes would be the secondary factor. This is very important. Gambling is concerned, the primary objective is entertainment. For example, casinos in Goa, people go with 10 lakhs, 15 lakhs. That is weekend Friday, and Sunday evening they'll come back home empty. Nothing will be there. Or someone who is very brilliant, he can make it 2 times, 3 times, 5 times more in even casinos also. But how many? The number will be very less. Okay. The risk in gambling is different from the risk of the investment. Gambling implies artificial risk, whereas commercial risk are present in the investment activity. So till now, what we have understood, students, we have understood what do you saving, the meaning of saving, the meaning of gambling, the meaning of speculation, and the meaning of investment. So everyone, till here you have understood. Please, any one of you say yes, sir. Then I can proceed.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, ma. Thank you so much. Let me ask now one question to someone in the group here, who is okay. Minaj Kazi.
Yes, sir.
Good morning. Is it? Are you understanding?
Very good. Yes, sir. Very good morning.
Yeah. Okay. Kindly mute your audio. Yeah, I'll go for the next part. Now, students, the difference between the investor and the speculator, I'll do a quick recap once again so that it will be stored in your mind. You should never forget this. Investor and speculator. Investor is planning for a long-term horizon. As I mentioned to you, the time. See, time horizon, risk, return, decision funds, these are the parameters in which I can differentiate between investor and speculator, right? So time horizon is concerned, you should always remember this. Do not forget, investor is for long-term, whereas speculator is for very short period. Risk, investor assumes moderate risk, low risk to moderate risk, because the time duration is, the time will be 10 years. Whereas speculator is concerned, willing to undertake high risk, then return. Since the investor will be taking moderate risk, the returns also will be moderate with limited risk. Whereas the speculator, high returns for assuming high risk. Vice versa, both will be there. Even if you take high returns, he need not get even if you take high risk, he need not get high returns. The chance is that sometimes if you take high risk, there are more chance that you will lose the entire money also. Okay. Speculator, as the name only suggests, you are speculating with the price. Then decision, when it comes to investor, considers fundamental factors and evaluates the performance of the company regularly. See, one more thing, in your 4th unit, you will be studying fundamental and technical analysis. So when it comes to fundamental analysis, always investor goes for fundamental analysis, whereas the speculator goes for technical analysis. Okay. So what the fundamental analyst will do is, he will study the balance sheet of the company for the 11 years period. He will understand who is the CEO of the company, what is the background of the CEO, and whether the company is debt free. So whether in which sector they have invested, everything he will study. So investor will be thoroughly understanding the fundamental factors of the company before investing, whereas speculator, he is like, very inside information. He considers only inside information because he will be thinking only from the short-term point of view. And as I mentioned already, investor uses his own funds and avoids borrowed funds, whereas the speculator, he uses borrowed funds to supplement his personal resources. So when I say borrowed funds, it can be in the form of loan or it can be in the form of exposure. In equity market, they'll be giving exposure. For example, if I give to the broker 10,000 rupee, 5 times of that I can buy and sell. That is called as exposure money. Okay. So what we understood between investor and speculator: long-term investor, short-term speculator. Risk, moderate risk, undertake high risk. Return, moderate return, speculator, high return because he is taking high risk. Decision, he considers fundamental factors, he uses insider information. Whereas funds are concerned, the investor uses his own funds, whereas the speculator uses borrowed funds to supplement his personal resources. Now, features of good investment, like what I mean to say is, where you want to invest or what are the objectives of your investment. First, you need to understand your goals, what we call financial goals. We say you should be always smart when it comes to investment, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. So what are the features of a good investment? The rate of return, because it has to beat the inflation. The risk should be moderate. Then marketability. Then very important, tax shelter. Tax shelter is, suppose if you are investing in equity, after 1 year if you sell and whatever income you will get, that is called as, that comes under long-term capital gain, LTCG. You need not pay any tax for the income. And if you are doing short-term, that comes under short-term capital gain, okay? Then convenience. Can anyone tell me, like, I will be asking you the various financial assets, both physical as well as non-physical. So you have to tell me whether liquidity is present or not, okay? Now, first one, I ask you equity market, whether liquidity is there, liquidity is present, high in equity market. In equity market, liquidity is present or no, or liquidity is,
Low liquidity.
oh, you are absolutely wrong again. In equity market, the liquidity is very, very high. Okay, how about real estate? Real estate, say for example, I purchase a plot today. Yes. So I want to sell it after 1 year. So what are the probability? So the liquidity, immediately I get the cash? No, right? Immediately can I convert my property to cash? No, because it depends on the market condition at that particular area. A lot of paperwork is available. So I need to get the signatures of a lot of people. So the liquidity, it cannot be immediately converted into cash. Gold, how about? Very good. Yes. Very good. Okay. And when I say about the features of good investment, the capital growth. See, when I say capital growth, please understand, students, there are two things here. One is capital appreciation as well as the dividends what you will be getting. So when I say capital appreciation, today I invest 10,000 rupees. After 1 year, if I get if that 10,000 becomes 25,000, then 15,000 is my capital appreciation. That is the income or the profit what I generate from that. Okay. Whereas dividends, what do you mean by dividends? Anyone can say the meaning of dividends, or let me ask you. Anyone?
It's a
Dividend. What?
divided into the. It's
Yeah.
a part of profit divided into the shareholders or the members.
Beautiful. Who is this? Omkar.
Yes, sir.
Okay. In other students will explain you dividend. See, as and when the company makes profit, please understand this, students. As and when the company makes profit, so they will be distributing the profits among all the shareholders. Okay, among all the shareholders. That amount is called as dividend. Clear? So capital growth will be again capital appreciation as well as dividend. Then stability of income. Stability of income in the sense, today if I invest some amount, so whenever I want, I should be in a position to withdraw based on the current market price, or at least I should be getting the dividends from that. See, bank fixed deposit, if I invest today, say for example 5 lakh rupee, the rate of interest is 5%. I'll explain again. 5 lakh rupee I'll invest in a bank term deposit, and the rate of interest is 5%. So how much interest I'll be getting per annum? Ask finance students. 5 lakh is my total investment in a bank term deposit. 5% is the rate of interest. So how much per annum interest I'll be getting?
25,000.
5 5 are 25,000. Yeah, you should be very fast. Okay, 25,000. But stability of income is present in bank term deposit. You can, yes, absolutely yes, no. You can opt for monthly interest, or you can opt for quarterly interest, or you can opt for yearly interest to be credited to your SB account. Okay.
Sir, hello sir.
Yeah. Who is this?
Rikam sir.
Yeah. Please tell me.
Sir, if you invest in share market, then we can get a dividend or not, sir?
Yeah. Obviously, you will get. But you have to invest. See, the moment I say investment, it should be for long term. You should always invest in the quality stocks or blue chip companies or A group shares. So which are those blue chip companies like Infosys, TCS, Wipro, HUL? So what I suggest you is you have to always choose the market leaders.
Okay.
So market, kindly mute your audio, I'll explain it. So since investment is for long-term basis, you need to choose the market leaders. Say for example, in FMCG, who is the market leader? ITC, Dabur, HUL. In IT companies, who is the market leader? Infosys, TCS, Wipro. In a steel sector, who is the market leader? Tata Steel. In cement sector, like that, you have to pick the market leaders. And then if you invest for 10 years, then obviously you will be getting a beautiful dividend plus your capital will be appreciated. You just imagine, students, all of you, before Corona, that is in the month of March, the entire world was in crisis. So even personally we thought that the market will fall heavily. It fell, but we were not knowing how much it will fall. Please understand, it was falling, but we were never understanding what is the bottom of that. We thought that the market will still fall. But what happened? Suddenly the recovery started. And someone who had invested in March, today you would have got not less than 60 to 70% returns. Suppose 1 crore if you have invested in good stocks, you would have made 60% returns from that. Right? So you should always go. And Warren Buffett always says this, Warren Buffett, when everyone is buying, you sell. When everyone is selling, you buy. See the concept here? Correct now? Yes. Now, after explaining all that, I'll go to investment process. Now, this is again very important, students, from the examination point of view and from your career point of view also, you should be knowing this. First is investment policy, then analysis, valuation, portfolio construction, and portfolio evaluation. Now, what is this investment policy? As an investor, you should be having your financial goals. Say my age is say 24 now. When I start earning, by the time I go to 34, so I'll be married, my kid will be there. I need some lump sum amount for my kid's education, for my wife requirement, or for my family. So where you have to invest, say 100 rupee if you have got, you need to diversify into various sectors like equity 40%, money market 20%, and then bank term deposit 10%, gold, physical gold 20%, depending on your requirement, future requirement. Okay. Then after that, analysis. Before, see, this is very important. Before investing in any of the market, first understand the market first. Then understand the industry or the sector where you are putting your money. Then understand the company. So normally we study for the 11 years, the previous 11 years, because we believe that for every 11 years, the cycle changes. Okay. Then valuation. Intrinsic value is also called as the face value. So then future value. So today, if I invest some amount in a particular company, so you should have the prediction, like what will be the future value of that. Then based on that, portfolio construction, you have to create. Okay. Before going for portfolio construction, I'll explain you the importance of diversification. Okay. So please listen to this story. It's a very beautiful story when it comes to portfolio construction. So I will go to a bank, I'll withdraw 1 lakh rupee, I'll keep in my briefcase and I come out of the bank. And the moment I come out of the bank, the thief snatches complete briefcase. So what happens? Complete 1 lakh is gone. So instead of that, what I do, I create a portfolio. Okay, what is that? I withdraw 1 lakh from the bank. I keep 20,000 in my front pocket, 20,000 in briefcase, 20,000 in other pocket, I diversify in various places, right? So if the thief snatches my briefcase, so only 20,000 is gone. So remaining 80,000 is safe with me. So this is how you have to construct your portfolio. There are various financial instruments available in the market like equity, mutual funds, term deposits, gold funds, ETF, real estate, various. So you need to diversify your investment in such a way that if equity market is not doing good, remaining sectors will be giving some returns to you. Okay, in that way you have to construct your portfolio. Then portfolio evaluation. So after constructing the portfolio, students, you need to evaluate your portfolio. So you should not leave that portfolio. Rohit sir has told for the next 10 years we should not touch that portfolio. So if you leave like that, then it's a problem. So portfolio evaluation, like if the stocks are doing really good, so you need to add more stocks into your portfolio. If some shares are not doing good, you have to remove that particular shares and put the shares which are doing extremely good. Okay, so this is a very important step in investment process. I'll repeat once again: investment policy. So your objectives, knowledge, then analysis. Please understand EIC framework, what we'll call, that is economy, industry and company. In other words, market, industry and company. Okay. Then valuation. We should be understanding the face value of the share before investing, and we should be knowing what is the expectation from this particular share, that is the future value. Then the portfolio construction. Based on our future requirement, we need to construct a portfolio in such a way that even if one or two financial instruments are not doing good in my portfolio, the other should be giving some returns for me. Then portfolio evaluation. I should be continuously doing an appraisal or revision of my portfolio. Okay. So this is how we will understand the investment process. Clear all of you? So today what all concepts we have studied? Investment, speculation, gambling, then why one should invest, objectives of investment. Then we even discussed about the investment process. Okay, since today is the first class, majority of the students, I think data is getting empty. So what I'll do a quick revision of the concepts what I discussed. And after that, I'll be giving 5 to 10 minutes time for you for a Q&A, okay? So investment is the sacrifice of certain present value for the uncertain future reward. Investment is the employment of funds on assets with the aim of earning income or capital appreciation. Now attributes of investment, that is risk as well as time. Then concepts of investment we already studied. Speculation means taking up the business risk in the hope of getting short-term gain. Speculation essentially involves buying and selling activities with the expectation of getting profit from the price fluctuation. Whereas gambling and investment, a gamble is usually a very short-term investment in a game, a chance. Gambling is different from speculation and investment. The time horizon involved in gambling is shorter than speculation and investment. Speculation is short-term oriented, students. Please understand this. Speculation is short-term oriented. People gamble as a way to entertain themselves. Then we even discussed about this, the difference between investor versus speculator, time horizon, risk, return, and funds. So let me again go through some of the concepts which we have discussed so that whatever we have discussed today, we should never forget. Okay. Now, importance of investment: 1, to earn interest, to beat the inflation, longer life expectancy, to save the tax, then future need expectation and income generation. All these points we have elaborated. Then investment alternatives. There are 2 things very important, students: financial form of investment as well as non-financial form of investment. Now, what is financial forms of investment? That is security or marketable financial assets, non-security or non-financial. When it comes to security or marketable financial assets, now let me explain you. Equity shares, it's a security or marketable financial assets. Preference shares, debentures, bond, convertible securities, hybrid securities, and derivatives. These are marketable financial assets, whereas non-security or non-marketable financial assets are bank term deposits, gilt-edged securities, post office schemes, PPF, mutual funds, then insurance, other deposits and money market instruments. These are non-security or non-marketable. The non-financial forms of investment, we have real estate, then precious objects. So what do you mean by precious objects? Like, your antique drawings will be there, or antique art will be there. Okay. Okay. So today I'll stop my lecture here, but I'll be asking few questions out of the concepts what we have discussed. Now first, let me ask a question to, I'll be calling their name, only they'll be answering, only the concept what we discussed today. Balabai Nayak, are you present? Balabai Nayak, good morning, are you present? Hello, good morning, Balabai Nayak.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
Very good morning, sir.
Balabai, who is the regulatory body of equity market in India?
RBI.
The regulatory body of Indian equity market, RBI, yeah?
No, sir.